When I was 67, I had my first warning sign. It was just a dizzy spell. But it came with a racing heart. And for a moment, I thought, is this it? You see, in my family, men don't make it past 75. My father died of a heart attack. So did my brother. I started watching my salt, skipping bacon, and taking my meds. But one thing I never questioned. It was my 4 o'clock coffee. It was my ritual. My anchor. That changed last fall. I had one of those restless nights, the kind where you stare at the ceiling and bargain with your heart. I'm doing everything right, I thought. Why am I still on the edge? Then, somewhere between 2 a.m. and a rabbit hole of heart health blogs, I stumbled on a tribe. Not a new one. An ancient one. The Kuna Indians of Panama. A Harvard study from 1930. These people drink cocoa 5 times a day. Not hot chocolate. Raw, bitter, rich cocoa. And guess what? Zero hypertension. Even in their 80s. No strokes. No heart attacks. Their arteries clear. Their pulse calm. Their doctors confused. I thought, could this be it? Could a simple drink do what pills and fear couldn't? I decided to try. To replace my coffee with their cocoa. For 14 days. And now, I want you to come with me. But before we dive in, I'll show you what scientists found inside that cup. What flavanol does to your blood vessels. And why this 90-year-old study might save your life in 2025. So don't go anywhere. You're about to witness something powerful, and surprisingly personal. I used to think I was doing everything right. Low sodium meals, morning walks, even those tiny blue pills the doctor gave me. But there was one habit I never questioned, my afternoon coffee. 4 p.m. every day. Like clockwork. It gave me focus. It gave me comfort. But what I didn't realize, it was also raising my blood pressure. Not instantly. But gradually. Like a leak behind the wall. One Tuesday, I was walking with my granddaughter in the park. Suddenly, I felt lightheaded. Dizzy. My heart was pounding. I held onto the bench, pretending I had dropped something. But inside, I knew something wasn't right. That evening, I met with Dr. Sanders, a cardiologist my friend swore by. He listened to my story, checked my blood pressure, and looked concerned. Then he said something that hit me like thunder. Harold, your endothelial function is compromised. Your blood vessels are losing flexibility. Caffeine in the afternoon isn't helping. What you need is vasodilation. Gentle, daily, natural. He opened his drawer and pulled out a journal. Inside was a study, the Kuna tribe, Harvard Medical Archives, 1930. Then he leaned in and said, cocoa. Not chocolate. Raw cacao. Rich in flavonoids. 5 cups a day. No hypertension. Ever. I blinked. Cocoa? That thing I drank as a kid? Yes, he nodded. Flavanols help your arteries expand. They improve blood flow. They calm the inner lining of your vessels. It was right there, AHA Guideline, 2022. Dietary flavanols may support vascular health and blood pressure regulation in adults over 60. That night, I swapped my coffee mug for a cacao cup. No sugar. Just cacao powder, warm water, and a hint of cinnamon. I called it my Harold's Heart Hour. And in a moment, I'll tell you what happened after 14 days. But if you're curious now, I've put together a simple cocoa tracker PDF. You can download it below and follow along on your journey. I used to despise coffee, until there was no chance of waking up. What about you? The first morning was rough. I missed the smell of coffee. The bitterness of it. But I made my cup of cocoa pure, unsweetened, a touch of cinnamon. I sipped it slowly on the porch, watching the sunrise. And you know what? It didn't feel like a compromise. It felt like a reset. Day 3, I noticed something strange. Usually, I'd feel jittery around noon, like a tight spring in my chest. But this time, calm. My hands were steady. My heartbeat wasn't racing. I started logging everything. Blood pressure, sleep quality, and mood. Every day, morning and evening. The cocoa tracker became my little accountability partner. By day 7, I had my first real surprise. I slept 7.5 hours straight. No waking up at 3 a.m. My average blood pressure dropped from 134/88 to 126/82. I double-checked with Dr. Sanders. He smiled and said, "Flavanols work on your endothelium. They restore elasticity. Think of it like oiling a rusty pipe." Then he showed me this. Dietary flavanols, especially from natural cocoa, have shown measurable effects on endothelial function and systolic blood pressure in elderly patients. American Heart Association, 2022. Day 10, I felt lighter. Not just physically, but mentally. Less anxious. More balanced. I even skipped my evening TV time and went walking instead. Day 14. Final measurement, 123/79. Steady. Clean. Calm. But numbers aside. The biggest change. I no longer feared my next heartbeat. I trusted it. After 14 days, I didn't just have a healthier heart. I had a more peaceful mind. And I wrote it all down, so you can try it too. In the next section, I'll share the most surprising thing I didn't expect from cacao. Day 15. I walked into Dr. Sanders' office holding my cocoa log. 14 days of blood pressure readings. 14 days of notes on sleep, mood, and even how many times I smiled. He flipped through the pages. Looked at me. And said, "Harold, whatever you've done, keep doing it. These numbers, they're textbook healthy." Then he paused. "But more importantly, you seem lighter. Clearer. You're not just treating your heart, you're trusting it again." That moment felt bigger than any pill I'd taken. Because it wasn't just a protocol. It was a pattern. A simple daily rhythm. A decision to trust nature a little more, and fear a little less. He showed me one final study. Long-term flavanol intake has shown reductions in arterial stiffness by up to 21%, improving cardiac output. Now let me ask you something. If changing just one cup a day could change how your next 10 years go, would you try it? Because for me, it started with cocoa. But it ended with courage. One small change every day. One step away from stroke. And one step towards peace. Are you ready to take on the 14-day challenge like I did? If you've stayed with me until now, I don't take that lightly. Because that tells me you're someone like me. Someone is tired of quick fixes, tired of fear, and just wants to feel steady again. I know what it's like to look at your pills and wonder, is this all I can do? I know what it's like to hear your heartbeat and feel more anxiety than gratitude. But I also know what it's like to feel in charge again. To wake up, sip something natural, and say, "Today, I'm working with my heart. Not against it." That shift didn't come from guilt. It came from a gentle rhythm. A simple act, one warm cup, one calm moment, one honest tracker. Dr. Sanders told me, most people don't die because they don't try hard enough. They fade away because they stop believing change is still possible. I don't want that for you. You deserve the kind of life where each beat of your heart feels like a quiet yes. A yes to staying. A yes to strength. A yes to hope that's backed by science. So here's what I offer you. Not a miracle, but a method. A 14-day invitation into better blood flow, better sleep, better you. And if you want support, real people, real results. We've built a small group called Living Well with Harold. No ads. No noise. Just wisdom, encouragement, and warm mugs. All you have to do is comment below. I'm in. That's it. Because you never know. This one decision, this one tiny ritual, could be the one that brings your blood pressure down, and your joy back up. So, this is where I usually sit in silence. Cup in hand. Light fading. And I just breathe. Because after 76 years, you realize. Sometimes, healing isn't loud. It's not a big moment, or a sudden cure. It's a quiet shift. A small decision repeated. A ritual is honored. If you're still watching, I want you to know this. I didn't make this video because I have it all figured out. I made it because I remember what it's like to feel lost. To feel like your body is betraying you. To feel like you're doing your best. But it's just not enough. That's why this isn't just content. It's a conversation. It's me, turning to the person I once was. And saying, you're not alone. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You've seen what one small change did for me. You've heard the science. You've seen the story. Now, it's your turn. I want to invite you to do just one thing. Don't let this be the end of your scroll. Let it be the start of your shift. Download the tracker. Print it. Put it on your fridge. Make one mug. And mark that first box. And if you want to be part of something real. A place where people like us check in, share numbers, and share stories. Join the group. It's not big. It's not noisy. It's real. And if this touched you, if even a small part made you pause, then I ask you to keep going. Right here on this screen, there's a video about walking after a stroke. It's the second change I made after cocoa. 10 minutes a day. I want you to hear that story too. Because the truth is, change doesn't happen in one day. But it does begin in one moment. And maybe, for you, this is that moment. Thank you for letting me share mine.